Welcome to Crime, Cocktails, and Cats. I'm Haley.
And I'm Amanda.
And today we have a fun episode. It's not going to be a long one, just a little short one. But today's drink is a vodka Red Bull. It's delicious. One of my favorites. It also has a little bit of glitter in there for funsies. You can't make it boring. So good. Okay. I'll turn it over to you and let's get into this thing.
All right. So today we're actually covering the missing persons case of two people.
Ooh.
So we're going to talk about Michael and Chucky Palmer, but we're going to start with Michael. So Michael Timothy Palmer was born January 8, 1984. He was 5 when he went missing on June 4th, 1999 from Wasilla, Alaska.
Oh, Alaska.
Alaska.
Ooh, that's a bad one to go missing in.
June. My apologies, June. But regardless, like
It's
going
Alaska.
missing, yeah, Alaska's Alaska. Like it's insane.
If there's anywhere you don't want to go missing, Alaska is one of them. It's so cold that it makes it nearly impossible to do anything. It's almost always dark.
Almost always, yeah.
So quite literally, you're fighting against everything.
Well, this one has some very interesting details. So that night he had spent at a friend's house. That was June 4th, 1999. He snuck out to go to a grad party nearby with 3 friends near the Meadow Lake subdivision just outside of Wasilla. He was last seen riding his bicycle down Pittman Road in the same direction as his family home at around 4 a.m. The location and the party that they were at was roughly 9 miles apart.
Oh.
So the friends said that they were all riding back together, but Michael fell a little bit behind.
Okay, bad friends, first off.
They were like, okay, we'll just stop at the 7-Eleven and we'll wait for him there.
Let me guess, never showed up at that 7-Eleven?
Jeff never showed up, and they were just like, maybe he went home.
Okay, bad friend alert number 2.
Right?
You're telling me your friend, you go, okay, we're going to meet up here. We'll see you there. And your friend doesn't show up and you go, okay, they went home. No!
That's not what I'm thinking.
No, I'm going, oh gosh, where did my friend go? They said they would meet us here. And I am, and all my friends are going out to look for that person.
And if you are going to go home, why would you not turn around just to make sure? Call.
Mm-hmm.
Show up. Do something to make sure he got home and was not he's 50.
Literally. At that age, you are not, I don't think you're responsible enough to be out adventuring around at what? You said 4 a.m.?
4 a.m.
Yeah.
was his last reported scene.
Especially then. I couldn't understand if it was day, but it would make it a little more reasonable if it was like, say this happened at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, okay, yeah, sure, he's probably just out doing something. He's
right.
Ran into someone. It's 4 a.m. The only people out at 4 a.m. are people who absolutely need to be, teenagers screwing around,
yep,
and bad people.
Hey, I have always had a theory that the only people who should ever see 3 a.m. are emergency personnel and drunk people.
Yeah.
That's always been my theory. 4 a.m., those are the only people who should ever see it.
Because why are you, like, especially at 15, what are you doing? You're telling me you don't got school? Well, I guess it was June.
Yeah. And they were at a graduation party for a friend. So they were, I think it was the weekend. They were, yeah, but they snuck out too, remember?
Oh, yeah.
So the parents didn't know. Mom did eventually find out, and she reported him missing at around 3 p.m. the next day, approximately 11 hours after he was last seen.
I'm sorry, 3 p.m. is a little crazy to me. Your 15-year-old is not in their room, and you don't question, especially 3 p.m. I feel like noon is where I'd start getting antsy.
Well, I think the kids that he was spending the night with had called that morning and said, hey, did he come home?
I guess.
Like, wait for way too long. But even then, once you got that call, would you not immediately go,
oh my gosh, where's my kid?
wait, where's my kid?
He's not with his friends.
Yeah.
Because that's what you're going to go do. You're like, okay, he was at a party with his friends. He's probably just got too drunk and slept over somewhere.
Yeah. I think maybe that's why they waited, because they were hoping he got drunk and passed out somewhere else.
Yeah.
And would eventually call. But when 3 p.m. rolled around and he still hadn't, his mom reported it. So that was roughly 11 hours after he was seen. The bike that he was riding that night was borrowed, and it was later found in, I'm going to probably pronounce this wrong, but the little Susitna River. Susitna River.
Let me see. Susitna River.
Susitna River. Haha. Which roughly runs parallel to Pittman Road and Silver Drive intersection. So the bike was found not far from his last known location. His family said that he wasn't, a testy kid. Like, he wasn't one of those kids who was trying to push his limits too far. They didn't think he would just up and run away for no reason. When he went missing, he was wearing high top Converse shoes. They were later found wet and muddy near a private runway for a homeowner's personal aircraft, less than half a mile from where the boys said they last seen him. Twist, right?
Have we looked into that homeowner?
I do believe so. I do believe he was cleared in it.
He should be lucky, because that should be a shut and done case. The missing kid's shoes end up at your private.
But that's it. Nothing else. Nothing else.
Just the shoes
has ever been found.
So how far was the bike from where the shoes were found?
Not far. There was they said the river. The bike was found at the river. Mm-hmm. The home and the party were 9 miles apart. Yeah, it doesn't really say. It just says he was last seen on Pittman Road. Mm-hmm. The river runs parallel to Pittman.
Okay,
so not. I'm gonna assume not super far.
Yeah.
It's just very weird how in the hell they got there, and the bike in a completely different location, and absolutely nothing else.
Yeah, it's weird how split up everything is. Yeah. His last known location is one place. His bike is one place. His shoes are one place.
Yep. His dad has said that the complete and utter lack of contact leads him to believe he is gone for sure.
Yeah.
He would never go this long without reporting back to somebody. So there's not a whole lot of information known on this one, because that's what I've told you is literally what we have. But there are a few online theories. So we can definitely discuss those ones. So some reports say he was beaten by an unknown suspect or suspects while he was riding the bike. So, like somebody jumped up and grabbed him from behind. Mm-hmm. Other people think maybe he fell into the river while he was riding the bike and then died of hypothermia.
But why are the shoes separate?
However, tracker dogs also could not locate him, and the water was relatively clear. And despite the fact that there were searchers, nobody's seen him in the water.
So that's definitely not the one.
Yeah. So now, okay. In a completely mind-boggling, completely separate situation, one of his older brothers, Charles Edwin Palmer, who went by the name of Chucky, went missing on April 10th, 2010, at the age of 30. How do you have two of your kids go missing?
Oh my gosh. And that's such a big age range, because you could theorize it's the same person.
Yeah.
But why would you wait that long and for that amount of time? It would be different. It was like, oh, one kid was snatched 1 year, the kid was snatched a year, 2 years. But that big of a gap?
The other thing with that one, okay, so he was last seen in Taquita Mountains near Ball Mountain. Taquita Mountains, yeah. My apologies if I said that wrong. So he was with his older brother or his other brother, Chris. So they had one other brother, Chris, his stepfather, as well as two friends. They all parked their cars on Mastodon Road and then were riding their snowmobiles to their cabin near Sheep Creek. The handlebar, just in a weird set of events, the handlebar on his own bike actually broke. So he was driving a borrowed bike.
Okay.
Okay, this is going to come into a little bit in just a sec. Let's leave it there. So his friend said that all of a sudden he rode off in the completely wrong direction,
Oh, okay.
separated from everybody else that he was with, and just went the wrong way. So they were all just kind of waiting for him to show up back at the cabin. He was last seen at 7:15 p.m. and reported missing roughly 12 hours later. And you got to remember, like, this is his stepfather, his brother, and
He's
their
with
two
everyone
friends.
who
He's
knows
literally
him.
with family and the people who care about you the most.
Quite literally, the safest position you should be in.
You should be, yeah.
That's crazy.
So while he was dressed for the cold, he did have winter clothes on. He did not have any type of survival gear or food or even water.
Oh no.
So, in a completely odd turn of events, the snowmobile that he was driving was located in deep snow several miles from the cabin itself.
Oh, interesting.
So it appears he went off of the main trail onto a little side trail. And while he was on that side trail, he got stuck in some soft snow and couldn't get himself out. What happened to him after that?
Yeah.
Nobody knows. So really bad weather ended up coming through, and it did hardcore damage on the actual search, which ended up being called off after just a couple days.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. It's a 30-year-old. You can't really do much. Once it gets to like over 18, once they go missing, a lot of the times I find it's dusted under the rug because they're an adult, sound of mind. They have full autonomy to leave.
Here's the hard part. In April of 2011, he was declared legally dead and he left behind 3 children.
Oh.
So no sign of either brother has ever been located aside from Michael's shoes, the bicycle he had borrowed and was driving, and the snowmobile that Chucky had borrowed and was driving.
Do you think the third brother is paranoid? Do you think
I would be?
Like-
I'd be terrified. I'd be like some Final Destination shit.
Yeah, during your childhood, your little brother just disappears into the night. And then into your adult years, when you finally start to get some healing and closure, your fucking other brother's gone.
It's terrifying.
Like, oh my god, you gotta sit there and go, why are they coming for me? Because at that point you're gonna have every thought in your head. You're gonna go, oh, it's an organization coming after us.
Exactly.
It's one of our parents' enemies hunting us down.
I'd be like, dude, it's a death curse. It's just out to get us all.
Oh my gosh,
it just baffles me. The fact that they disappeared in almost identical circumstances.
Yeah.
They're both out hanging out with friends. They were both riding a machine of some type. He had a bike and Michael had a bike and Chucky had his snowmobile. They were both borrowed. They weren't owned by the person.
That's so weird.
Oh, I don't know why I left this out, but there was also a theory as well. His brother had that the grad party, there were a couple of fights there that night.
Was it the brother that's still there or missing brother who had the theory?
Yeah, it's the brother that's still there, Chris. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure. I'm like 99% sure.
Okay.
I can check my references, but yeah, he said that there were multiple parties there that night and he believes his brother was involved in one. And something happened that they couldn't come back from, so
he just disappeared.
Yeah.
But if something happened, would you not hear about it? Like if, say, someone, let's say he got into a fight, he beat someone to a pulp, would you not then find out about that person? Would people not go,
Yeah.
guess what Michael did? Did you hear what Michael did at the party?
But what if it was like an OD situation?
Oh, yeah, that could be.
Or overdrank situation, or something like that, and ended up dying suddenly, and
The friends just chucked him.
yeah,
They went, oh crap, we can't take the fall for this. We're 15.
the kid whose home that is was probably like,
Get him out,
dude,
gone.
no, my life ain't ruined over this. Nuh-uh.
It would make sense.
That's the only thing that makes sense. Either that, or they just he just so happened to have a random killer walking close by, or seen him driving by on the bike. And
I think I believe the overdose theory,
So
or
do
like
I.
something along the lines
something
of,
like that.
'cause how
Something
much-
happened at that party.
there's
I don't
so
think
many cases like that where a kid ODs, a kid is drunk, does something
Yeah.
stupid, and everyone else doesn't want to go down for it, so they just disappear.
Panic, and they make them go away.
Yeah, it happens a lot, and it's
Yeah.
actually very scary.
And then they come up with an easy explanation. Yeah, like, I don't know. He was
This-
right behind us, I swear. And then all of a sudden he wasn't.
This is why I'm so happy in Canada we have, I'm not sure what the actual act is called, but where you, if someone's like overdosing, you
Oh,
can
yeah.
call and be like, hey, this is happening. They did drugs. I was here, and you won't be charged for it.
Yeah.
I think that is such a good law because it helps prevent against that stuff. Because how many cases happen like that where like it's just some like 20-year-olds or something screwing around, being 20-year-olds doing drugs,
Yeah.
and things go wrong, and then you don't want to go down for it, so that you just accept they're dead.
Yeah.
That
Honest to
rule, that whatever they want to call it, helps prevent that.
Honestly, we were talking about how they announced today about how Toronto's landfill is almost full. And your dad and I were talking about, can you imagine how many bodies are there?
Oh yeah,
That nobody
especially
has.
Toronto.
Yeah. That nobody has a goddamn. I can just imagine. I can just imagine.
Oh yeah,
There's got to be tons.
I could you could probably go in there with a poker stick, walk around for 20 minutes, and probably find a handful of bodies.
Honest to God.
Because like, especially with all the like different gang violence out there, how many people are just like chucked?
Lately, it's been freaking kids killing other kids and killing adults. That one kid, he was like 12 years old, went up and killed a little old grandma while she was loading her groceries.
Unfortunately, the state of the world.
It's a terrifying place we're living in right now.
Well, I guess we'll finish off that little tangent. You get some
Indeed.
bonus little chit chat there.
Yeah, a little bitch fast. Good.
We'll wrap it up here. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Let us know how you liked it. If you have any comments or feedback, what you think happened to the boys. Because we don't even know. We don't even have answers.
We don't have a clue. It's baffling all these years later, and there's still
nothing. Yeah. So if you have any theories, comments, ideas, even cases you want us to cover,
let us
let us know. And we will see you next time. Toodles!